All right, contractors, let's cut to the chase. We're here to talk about something every one of us needs more of: leads. This isn't some fluffy marketing seminar. This is about transforming your business from that unpredictable feast or famine cycle into something predictable and sustainable. We're going to lay out 7 proven strategies. These aren't theories, they're actionable steps for contractors and construction business owners, home remodelers, whatever, who want to take control of their growth. We're building a robust lead generation system here. Let's dive into the core challenge that we all face. You know the drill, the feast or famine cycle. One minute you're swamped, the next it's dead quiet. This inconsistency isn't just frustrating, it's actively killing your business growth and maybe your soul a little bit. Without a systematic lead generation strategy, you're just leaving your future up to chance. The numbers don't lie. 67 of us contractors struggle with inconsistent lead flow. The solution isn't just working harder, it's shifting from reactive to proactive. We need multiple channels running at once to get that predictable growth. This shift is more critical now than ever before, and that's because the game has changed. The construction industry has fundamentally changed, especially in the digital era. What worked even just 5 years ago just isn't cutting it anymore. Think about it. 82% of homeowners now research contractors online before making any contact. They're doing their homework. Most project decisions involve 3 to 5 online touch points before somebody even reaches out. Local search is huge right now, with near me searches up 200% in 3 years. Even AI is influencing who gets picked. The companies mastering both traditional and digital lead generation are the ones grabbing the market share, and they are the ones that are going to be scaling. So how do we tackle this new era in the construction industry? Let's look at the 7 strategies that I'm going to be covering today. So we've got 7 interconnected strategies here. They're designed to create a real lead generation system, not just a bunch of random tactics. First, you got to define your unique value position to stand out from the crowded crowd. Then we'll build a high performance website that actually turns visitors into leads. Next, we'll dominate local search to grab those nearby clients. We'll also master proactive outreach to find leads before they even find you. Leveraging social proof and media is crucial for building trust. Building a powerful referral network brings in consistent high quality leads. Finally, we'll implement a solid sales process to convert more of these leads into projects so you don't waste all that time and money. So let's kick things off with defining your unique value. Generic positioning makes you invisible in the crowded marketplace. How many times have you heard a contractor say they're professional and family run? Everyone uses those lines and they don't differentiate you at all. Your unique selling proposition, or USP, has to answer one question: why should a client choose you over anyone else? Effective USPs focus on specialization, like sustainable building or historic renovation. Or maybe it's a unique process like guaranteed on-time completion. You need to look at your competitors to find those market gaps. Then ask your best clients what they valued most about working with you. That's where your real differentiators are. So we'll get into the actionable steps for this next. So you've got your unique value figured out, or at least almost figured out. Now, how do you actually put that to work? I'm going to break this down into 3 actionable steps. First, you got to know your enemy, or in this case, your competition. Don't just assume. Dig into what other GCs are claiming, how they're marketing, how they're branding, how they're positioning. This helps you find those gaps, those niches where you can really shine. Second, talk to your best clients. They're your biggest fans, and they'll tell you exactly why they picked you, what they liked, why they know, like, and trust you now. Their words are pure gold for crafting your message. Finally, niche down, specialize. Trying to be everything to everyone just makes you a generalist, and that usually means competing on price. Pick a niche, own it, and you'll attract better leads and command better rates. Always ask yourself this: is this unique, believable, and valuable to my ideal client? Once you nail it, shout it from the rooftops. Your website, your social media, proposals, everyone you talk to, literally everywhere. This isn't a one and done type of deal. It's foundational. Now, I want to talk to you about your most powerful digital asset, your website. Your website isn't just an online brochure. It's your 24/7 digital salesperson working 24/7, 365, tirelessly for you to generate leads. Think of it as your most valuable employee. Speed is absolutely critical here. Over half of mobile users will abandon a site if it takes more than 3 seconds to load. That's a lost lead before you even had a chance to show your work off. And speaking of mobile, nearly 70% of construction-related searches happen on phones. So your site must be mobile first, mobile friendly. not just mobile friendly, but mobile first. So everything needs to be optimized on mobile for speed, for performance, for clickability. High quality project photos are your visual proof. They need to be everywhere. They convert browsers into leads by showcasing your work, your craftsmanship, your processes. And finally, make it easy for people to contact you. Clear call to actions and buttons, prominent phone numbers or forms, and those contact forms need to be on every page. So this is one of the non-negotiable things. Every page that is indexed in Google, that you have clickable through your website, that you're linking on your social, you have to have one call to action. For most of us, it's, fill out a form for a free estimate or something like that. If you're offering lead magnets for 10 best kitchen design ideas or something like that, then you'll have a separate form there. But you need to have that clear call to action on every page. This is how you turn those visitors into conversions. I'd rather get 100 visitors with 50 of my ideal clients than 1,000 visitors and only 5 formality clients. But we can take this even further. So let's explore some advanced website features that truly engage visitors. Beyond the basics, interactive elements transform passive visitors into engaged qualified leads. Imagine a potential client taking a 360-degree virtual tour of a completed project. That's not just looking at photos, that's experiencing your work firsthand. These tours can increase time on your page by 300%, boosting engagement dramatically. Online estimators and calculators also provide immediate value to visitors, and in return, you capture their contact information. It's a win-win. You're providing value, they're providing contact info so you can stay in touch with them. Maybe they don't buy from you right away, maybe they don't pull the trigger on the remodel, but maybe in 6 months when they have the money, they do. Video testimonials are incredibly powerful too. They're 12 times more persuasive than text, building trust and credibility instantly. And for those ready to talk now, live chat allows you to engage with potential clients in the real time when their interest is at their highest. Finally, frictionless contact forms optimized for mobile with minimal fields reduce any barriers to lead capture. These features aren't just bells and whistles, they're lead generation accelerators. Let's shift our focus to how you can dominate local search results. Now let's move on to dominating local search. This is also going to be non-negotiable as AI is taking over and everything is becoming more refined, because this is where clients are actively searching for your services. That's where they're going to find you. When somebody searches best construction company near me, appearing in the top 3 results captures a massive 75% of all clicks. That's huge. Your Google business profile is absolute foundation here. It's free and it's how you show up on Google Maps and local search results. Consistency is key with your name, address, phone number, or NAP across all online directories. This signals credibility to search engines, and also reviews are a major ranking factor. Businesses with 40 or more positive reviews rank significantly higher. Finally, location-specific websites like Custom Home Builder in Houston capture high-intent local traffic. This is how you put yourself directly in front of your ideal local clients. But we need to go even deeper with local SEO. So let's look at some ways to power up this strategy. To truly multiply your local visibility, we need to employ some advanced tactics. First, aggressively solicit reviews from every satisfied client. Send them a direct link to your Google business profile review page to make it easy for them. Second, create dedicated location-specific pages for each city or neighborhood that you serve. This targets local keywords with precision. Third, build local citations. Ensure your NAP is consistent across all relevant directories like Yelp, House, and industry-specific websites. Fourth, post regular updates to your Google business profile. Share project photos, company news, and helpful tips weekly. This signals activity and relevance to Google. Finally, optimize for voice search. People are increasingly using conversational phrases like near me. Incorporate these long-tail keywords into your content and content strategy. These SEO power-ups will significantly boost your local search presence. So next, let's discuss how to proactively find leads before they even find you. So we're talking about getting found. What if you could find the leads first? This next strategy is all about proactive outreach. It's not about waiting and hoping for that phone to ring, especially if you don't like doing all the website, Google business, content strategy, all that. But you need to do something. So you need to be actively seeking out high potential projects before your competitors even know they exist. Public records like planning permissions and building permits are an absolute goldmine. These documents, often found on local council websites, tell you exactly who is planning a project right now. While you might not get a phone number, a well-crafted direct mail piece showcasing similar projects you've completed can be incredibly effective. And here's a key insight. Architects listed on these applications are invaluable. They're working with multiple clients who need contractors. This proactive approach puts you in the driver's seat, giving you a significant head start. Now let's dive deeper into how to cultivate these crucial relationships with specifically architects. Building on the idea of proactive outreach, architects are truly your gateway to a steady stream of high quality, high profit projects. They're trusted advisors to their clients, and their recommendation carries immense weight. First, do your homework, research their past work, and when you reach out, mention specific projects that you admire. This shows you're serious and respectful of their craft and that you've done your homework. Offer to provide competitive bids for their current projects and invite them to tour your completed jobs. Architects value reliability and quality above all else. Deliver exceptional work, and they will recommend you repeatedly. Attend local architecture association events. This will help expand your network organically. You want to become known as the contractor who makes architects look good by executing their vision flawlessly. This is how you build a reputation that brings in consistent high-value work. So next, let's explore how social media can amplify your reach and build lots of trust. So moving on from direct relationships, let's talk about the immense power of social media. It's not just sharing cat videos or dancing on TikTok. It's critical for building trust and showcasing your expertise to ideal clients and browsers. For commercial construction, LinkedIn is the premier platform. It allows you to connect directly with developers, architects, and business owners. Now, for more residential projects, Instagram and Facebook will dominate here, and YouTube. Homeowners are looking for visual inspiration, and your before and after project transformations will generate the highest engagement. Remember, social media is a dialogue, not a broadcast. Respond promptly to comments and messages to build genuine relationships. And don't forget paid social media advertising. It allows for precise targeting by location, demographics, and interest, leading to a rapid lead generation for the ideal customer. But what kind of content truly resonates? Let's look at some ideas that convert. To truly leverage social media, you need strategic content that builds authority and attracts your ideal clients. Stop sharing generic updates that's not working. Focus on these 4 pillars. First, project showcases, high resolution photos, dramatic before and after comparisons prove your capabilities. Second, educational tips. Share maintenance advice, material selection guides, or what to expect videos. This positions you as a trusted advisor. Third, behind the scenes content, time-lapse videos of construction, team intros, or site visits humanize your brand. Finally, social proof. Video testimonials from happy clients and screenshots of 5-star reviews build immediate trust. This kind of content differentiates you and makes potential clients feel connected to your brand. Now let's shift our focus to one of the most powerful lead sources, referral networks. We've covered a lot: proactive outreach, social media, but now we're moving on to what many consider the holy grail of lead generation: referral networks. Referral leads convert at an astonishing 40 to 60%, far outperforming paid leads. When a trusted partner recommends you, your credibility is pre-established, dramatically shortening the sales process and cycle. Think about the power players in your local market: real estate agents, interior designers, material suppliers, and even other trade partners. These individuals are often the first to know about new projects or are asked for contractor recommendations. They're your gateway to a predictable pipeline of high quality projects. The key here is to systematize these relationships, not just hope for them. You need to be proactive here. So let's explore some tactics for building these crucial networks. So, power of referral networks. Let's get down to brass tacks on how you actually build and keep these relationships strong. It's not about waiting for the phone to ring. It's about being proactive. They're not going to reach out to you. Start with the give first approach. When you meet a potential partner, don't immediately ask for leads. Instead, ask them how you can help them. This builds goodwill and trust. Invite them to your job sites. Let them see your quality control, your processes, how organized you are. This isn't about showing off. It's demonstrating your reliability. Remember, they're referring their clients to you, so you need to be able to hold up your end of the bargain here. So this creates a mutual value and keeps you top of mind. Remember, a handwritten thank you note for every referral, even if it doesn't convert, reinforces the positive behavior. These tactics transform your network into a self-sustaining lead engine. So now let's talk about making sure these leads don't slip through your fingers. All the lead generation in the world won't matter if your sales process is broken. This is where strategy 7, sales process excellence, comes in. Think of it like a leaky bucket. You can pour in all the water you want, but if there are holes, it's all for nothing. The key here is speed and consistency. Studies show that contacting a lead within 5 minutes dramatically increases your conversion rate. That's 9 times higher than waiting just 30 minutes. That's a big difference. So automate an immediate text or email acknowledgement the second a lead comes in. And when you deliver bids, make them professional and detailed. This shows you're organized and reliable, setting you apart from the competition. A structured sales process ensures you maximize the return on every lead that you generate. Now, let's dive into a proven system for consistent follow-up. So this slide here lays out a 5-step follow-up sequence that converts more leads without being pushy. Most contractors give up too soon, but persistence truly wins. Also, the fortune is in the follow-up. You might have heard that over the years, and it's so true. So day 0, within 5 minutes of an inquiry, make that speed strike. Call, leave a voicemail, send out a text, and an email. On day 1, follow up with value. Send a what to expect guide or a link to your portfolio. This builds your authority. On day 3, a quick casual nudge via text or email can check to see if they have any questions. Day 7 is about proof. Call again and send a case study of a similar project if you know anything about it. This helps them visualize the results. Finally, on day 14, if you haven't heard back, send a breakup email. This often triggers a no wait response. This sequence ensures that you're consistently engaging without being annoying or pushy at all, and it dramatically increases your conversion rates. But how do you know if these efforts are actually paying off? That's what we're going to cover next. You need to be tracking. So you can't improve what you don't measure. So this slide highlights key metrics that will guide your lead generation investment. First, cost per lead or CPL. This tells you how much you're spending to get each qualified lead. Try to keep it below 5% of your project value. Then there's your conversion rate, the percentage of leads that actually turn into paying clients. A healthy target for construction is 15 to 20%. Customer acquisition cost, or CAC, is crucial for pricing your services correctly. It's the total cost to land a new project. And for every dollar you spend on advertising, you want to see a strong return on ad spend, aiming for a 10-to-1 ratio. Tracking these numbers allows you to make data-driven decisions, optimizing your efforts, and ensuring every dollar you spend on marketing is working hard for you. Now let's look at some common pitfalls to avoid. Even with all the best strategies, common mistakes can undermine your efforts. First, the referral trap. Relying solely on word of mouth leaves you vulnerable. When the market slows, your phone stops ringing. So diversify your lead sources. Second, the ghosting mistake, sending a bid and never following up. Most contractors stop after 1 or 2 attempts, but 80% of sales require 5 or more contacts. Be the one who follows up and follows through. Third, the one and done approach. Treating clients as a single transaction means you're missing out on the cheapest source of new leads and referrals. Nurture those relationships all the time. Finally, being a generalist, trying to be everything to everyone signals you're an expert at nothing. Specialization attracts high-value clients and leads to better profit margins. Avoiding these mistakes will significantly boost your lead generation success. So now let's look at a few strategies so you can start taking action. So we've talked about what to do, what not to do. Let's set out a clear plan for what you should start doing right now. So remember, don't try to do everything at once. You're going to overwhelm yourself. You want to build a solid foundation, then hit that accelerator and optimize. Month 1, set the bedrock. Get your USP dialed in, clean up your Google business profile, and make sure your website isn't chasing clients away with slow lead times, and optimize that website. This initial push makes everything else work better. Then months 2 and 3, we start really picking up speed. This is where you're launching those targeted landing pages and hitting up architects. You're also putting that 5-step follow-up system to work. Then month 4 onwards, it's about fine-tuning and expanding. We're looking at what's working, what's not, get that content strategy going, those local search pages, making sure you're optimizing and getting reviews for every single new project. This slow phased approach keeps you from getting overwhelmed and ensures you're building something sustainable. So this roadmap leads us directly to understanding the expected timeline for seeing results. Trust me, you do all the right things, you will. So this isn't some get rich quick scheme. It's a marathon, not a sprint. I'm not promising you're going to start getting an insane amount of leads right away. It's a slow process, long game. The first 0 to 30 days, we're in activation and optimization mode. This is where paid ads and direct outreach get the ball rolling. You'll see those first qualified leads coming in, and we're testing the systems. We're working on our automation for that lead follow-up. Maybe you're sending out some seasonal newsletter emails. And then month 2 to 6, you start gaining real traction. Local SEO will begin to rank, reviews will build your social proof, and you'll notice a consistent flow of inquiries. Your cost per lead should start to stabilize. Finally, from month 6 to 12 and beyond, you'll achieve dominance. This is when you'll see top organic rankings. Your referral engine will be firing automatically, and you'll get the lowest cost per acquisition here. The compounding growth is what you're aiming for, but of course, this growth requires strategic investment. So achieve these results, you need to be consistent and you need to invest. This isn't about throwing money at the problem. You need to have a strategic budget allocation. A good rule of thumb is to reinvest 3 to 5% of your projected gross revenue into marketing for steady growth. If you're aiming for aggressive scaling, that number moves to 5 to 10%. We break this down into 3 key areas. About 50% should go towards a digital foundation, website maintenance, SEO, Google business management, content if you're hiring that out. This is kind of your core infrastructure. Another 30% is for paid acquisition like Google ads, local SEO ads, social media campaigns, those immediate leads. Finally, 20% should be allocated to brand assets, professional photography, video, signage, that type of stuff. This ensures your brand looks professional and trustworthy. So it's time to stop guessing and start building your lead generation system today. So we've covered a lot, but the key is to just take action. Today, I want you to audit your website speed. If it's over 3 seconds on mobile, email your developer right away or get somebody on Fiverr. Go to fiverr.com. You can find somebody to optimize your site for about $20. Get on Google Business Profile, optimize that, claim your profile if you haven't already. Make sure that name, address, phone are consistent everywhere. This week, identify and contact 5 local architects or designers for an intro meeting. Email your last 3 happy clients with a direct link to your Google review page if you haven't done so already. If you have, then try to get them to shoot a video testimonial. Then for the month, commit to posting 1 high quality project update or educational tip per week on social media. And finally, implement that 5-step follow-up sequence for every new lead. These are actionable steps you can take right now to see a huge difference. So you've got the roadmap. Now you just need the right tools in your toolbox. So this slide isn't just a list. It's an essential toolkit for getting those strategies off the ground. We're talking about the tech and the tech that actually makes a difference, not just some fancy software. So you need a good CRM. Isn't just for tracking. It's how you make sure that all your leads don't fall through the cracks. Your Google Business Profile, that's your storefront on the internet. If you're not on top of that, you're invisible to half potential clients. We've also laid out some immediate actions that you can take today. So these aren't suggestions, they're non-negotiable first steps to building a real generation system. Also for your estimating and proposals, if you're not using some type of software, preferably that uses AI like Handoff, then you're wasting hours a day. If you start using tools like Handoff for your estimates and your proposals, invoices, project management, you can save hours every single week, which helps you focus on some of these lead generation and marketing strategies so you can actually scale your company. So I want you to walk away with consistency compounds. You don't need to overhaul your entire business overnight. That's overwhelming and unsustainable. Instead, pick 1 or 2 strategies that we've discussed today, master them, get them working for you. Then and only then should you add another one. The only real mistake you can make is doing nothing at all. The construction companies that truly thrive are those who commit to continuous improvement in their lead generation and marketing strategy. You want to start building momentum, one successful strategy at a time. Remember, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon, and every consistent step forward builds predictable, sustainable growth. And with that, we've reached the end of our video. Thank you so much for being here with us on our YouTube page. Covered a lot. If you have any questions, let us know in the comments. We will get back to you. So ready to stop chasing leads and start building a predictable pipeline? I encourage you to start implementing these strategies. Handoff will also help you with all of your estimating, project management, proposal needs. We offer a free trial. You can find that link in the bio. This will help save you hours every single week so you can actually start doing some of these lead generation strategies without losing sleep. Subscribe for more tips on all things construction, growing your business, scaling your business, saving you time, getting more leads, and just growing. Let's build something great together.